What's up everyone, my name's Alf from Gameboy, and today we're going to be checking out the awesome Mega Man collection for the Sega Dreamcast. Now you've seen quite a few different collections now from Shindougo. Obviously last one we looked at was the Simpsons collection, which people absolutely loved, the Castlevania collection amongst many others, and there are more coming. So today we're going to be checking out Mega Man collection, which brings together all of the best of Mega Man in one place, the Sega Dreamcast. Let's check it out. So this is it, and to be fair, this has actually answered a lot of people's prayers. It's the Mega Man collection, although we have actually seen one on the Dreamcast before, although not as shiny and polished as this one. As always, we're going to open with the fact that yes, there's soundtracks, and to be fair, some pretty damn good soundtracks, including pretty much all, of the Mega Man 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and X, all there to wrap your ears around. So as you can tell, this collection again is doing what we know with Castlevania and all the other collections, is it has it all there for all the fans. Next up though, we've got the adverts, which is certainly a guilty pleasure for me.
Mega Man est de retour. Le journal du monde Nintendo avec Mario. Mega Man est plus méga que jamais. Il souffle Airman. Il refroidit complètement Hitman et envoie Metal Man à la casse. Docteur Wily, est-ce que ça bouleverse vos plans de conquête de l'univers?
Ah non, vous oubliez mes super robots, mes poules atomiques et toutes mes autres créatures.
Docteur Wily, merci, mais le mot de la fin sera pour Mega Man 2. Nintendo.
Okay, so as always, this collection does in fact bring together all of the best systems, all in one, on the best console of them all, the Dreamcast. But that's right, we got Game Gear, we got Beats of Rage, we got Neogeopc, we got Genesis, we got NES, we got Super Nintendo. Yes, including quite a few hacks and quite a few different variations of the games you probably wouldn't expect, including the Master System version, which is actually a prototype of Mega Man 2 as well. But let's start off with Beats of Rage, the ones that we kind of expect to see in these collections, because there's so many Beats of Rage games now. Let's just take a look at one of them, in fact, a pretty recent one, Mega Man Forever. Now for me, I love to see these Beats of Rage games in the collection just because, like I said, there's so many variations, and they actually sometimes, although they don't bring a whole lot to the lore, it just means we can play a new adventure, a new, I don't know, get to grips with a new Mega Man game, for example, that we may not have played before. Yes, they are using the basic beat-em-up mechanics, but hey, who doesn't love that with the music, with the characters we all know and love? And to be fair, a lot of them are actually done pretty damn well. I mean, Mega Man Forever, for example, is pretty fun. It's pretty damn hard, though, straight off the bat. But yes, it works very, very well. It's a serviceable little game and a great addition to the collection, nonetheless. Now, the Game Boy emulation generally is pretty damn good, as we've seen in these collections before. So hey, let's take a look at one of them, but this time, Game Boy Color, which we haven't really seen all that much to this point. So this is it. This is Mega Man World Game Boy Color. And I actually think this is running pretty darn well. I mean, originally when I was playing it, I actually thought, is there a couple little hiccups here, aka performance? But for me, I think you'd be hard to say that there really is any performance issues here. Sound sounds absolutely incredible. Yes, the controls are going to work pretty damn well, because it really is just directional start button and A and B. But I think very, very good nonetheless. And it's great to see some Game Boy Color games on the Dreamcast in these collections, because like I said, we've seen a couple before, but not all that many, because it really seems to be focusing, or a lot of these collections seem to be focusing on the original Game Boy and not Game Boy Color. So great to see, but that means straight onto Mega Drive. Mega Man The Wily Wars. Let's see how well this one runs. Now, for me, I think it's not an issue. The thing for me is it does feel like the sound is mildly slowed down. The gameplay, though, is very, very serviceable, and in fact, to be fair, you wouldn't even notice there is any slowdown with the gameplay, because it really doesn't feel like there is any. So for me, there's just a bit of a hiccup with the sound, but again, that's just down to emulation, and I think most of us wouldn't even notice it, so at the end of the day, nice bit of emulation. It's nice to see the Mega Drive stuff here. You know, Mega Drive is probably most people's, you know, if it's not Dreamcast being the second, or the best console, I should say, it's gonna be the Mega Drive, right? And hey, love to see these here. The game looks beautiful. I can't say that enough. The game looks stunning, but hey, not 100%. But how does the Master System fare? With this Prototype, not an actual release. But let's take a look. Yeah, so straight off the bat, this is a prototype, but it is good to see this in the collection, because it means it's not an actual official release, it's exactly what I said. It's a prototype, which is good to see in these collections, because it just shows, or kind of becomes a resource for everything Mega Man. Yes, as you can see, running like an absolute dream, but unfortunately, there is no enemies, and in fact, when you fall to your death, you go back to the start menu, and the same again you can see right here. It looks great. But yes, it isn't a full game, but that's because there never was a Mega Man game on the Master System. But again, great to see. Now we are obviously coming on to the Neo Geo Pocket Color, which the emulation I wouldn't say is 100% as of yet. You know, it's quite clear to see here, this game isn't running 100%. I actually think the sound almost, it's not unbearable. It crackles, and there is some slowdown. So there is that bit of issue. But, you know, it's a great way to play these games on the Dreamcast. Because let's face it, this has always hadn't been possible, but it is now. You know, if you do want to play these games, do play it this way. But for me, it's a bit of a miss. I probably wouldn't play these games again. But again, great to see it in the collection, because it does just complete it. It really is, like I said, or I keep saying, it's that resource, right, for the Mega Man fans. Good to see. Really is still good to see. So yes, we are now obviously on to the Super Nintendo. Now obviously I didn't cover the NES versions here because they just play absolutely incredible, as you'd expect. But yes, we're going to take a look at the Super Nintendo version finally, and let me know what you guys think. Now, normally, I'm not going to say I'm hating on the Super Nintendo stuff when it's being emulated. I actually think this does play alright. It actually visually looks great. The movement is pretty damn smooth, I'm not going to lie. And even the sound isn't really that bad at all. I think this is very, very playable. As you can see right now, I actually think it's playing really, really well. The controls are fantastic. And I do love seeing Super Nintendo working well on the Dreamcast, because it doesn't always. They can have hiccups, and I actually really, really like this. I think this is a nice, complete collection overall, I've got to be honest. The fact it's got prototypes, you know, it's got the Japanese stuff as well, which not everyone actually gets to play. You know, you've even got Neo Geo Pocket. It's all here, and a great, great collection nonetheless. So as always, I've got to commend Shindougo for this collection. It's a good little collection, you can't deny, and I'm sure you guys are absolutely going to love it. Go and download it, because you know, the download link is there. Take a look. As always, let me know what you think. I think this is a good collection. I mean, if you're a Mega Man fan, you're probably going to absolutely love this. If you're not a Mega Man fan, maybe it's a bit too specialist. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a huge Mega Man fan, but I think this is it for the Mega Man fans out there. But let me know what you think as always. Like, comment and subscribe. It's Al signing out. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. As well as that, you can also back the channel on Patreon. QR code is down below. But obviously you can check out this video. You can also check out that video. And on that note, it's Al signing out.